Well, friends, hey, we got a debate going on. The question is, did Shedeur Sanders play good or bad last year as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Over there on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, you got Titus Powell, you got G. Bush, and you got Bull on the couch, on the set, talking about, can Shedeur Sanders make a leap in year 2? Bull, who is on the right side, said these words right here. Shedeur Sanders did not play well last year. I'm trying to figure out, did he watch the games from last year when Shedeur Sanders was out there? Shedeur Sanders won 3 games out of 7. Once again, as I repeatedly continue to say, they should have won 3 of the games that he lost. That would have made him 6-1. But hey, they still lost. But in those games, Shedeur Sanders was putting them in the position to win. Okay, time out. Listen. They lost the Tennessee Titan game. How did Shedeur Sanders perform in those games? Remember, he drove them down on that last drive, but the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, decided to take him out and go for a 2-point play with their running back. Okay, you didn't like that. All right, I'm coming to you like this. The Buffalo Bills game. They had Josh Allen on the ropes. On the ropes. Did you see the play calling? Did Bulls see the play calling when it came down to the end of the game? Matter of fact, did you see the offensive line? Did you see number 6 to 8? Did you see number 7 to 2? Number 6 to 8 and number 72 on the offensive line. But you're going to say Shedeur didn't play good? Okay, that's one more game. That's one more game. That last game. Who brought the team back when everything around him wasn't going good? Who brought them back on that last drive to put their team in position to kick the winning field goal? Who was the quarterback then? Oh, okay. I'm lost. I thought Dylan Gabriel was out there. I thought Joe Flacco was out there. I didn't know Shedeur Sanders did that until I just watched the review a while ago. So, only thing I'm trying to say is, man, I don't understand. Well, Bull of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show get these ideas from that Shedeur didn't play well. I get the 10 interceptions. I get that. He got to clean that up. But still, out of the 7 games that Shedeur started, man, come on. Come on, Bull. Come on. I understand G. Bush. G. Bush, push back. That's what you're supposed to do. Titus, I don't know what you're doing over there. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're cold, sometimes you're hot when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. But if I had to give Shedeur Sanders a grade on how he performed last year, I got to give my dog a B- the way he performed. As that starting quarterback. He didn't get no first team rep, but I ain't going to use that as an excuse. But I'm going to judge him off the field this year. On the field this year, considering how he performed this year. Put your grade of Shedeur Sanders in the comment section and let me see. And let's listen to Bull on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, along with G. Bush. They talking it out. It's a debate about Shedeur Sanders' quarterback performance of last year. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
He didn't play well last year. Now, we can make all the excuses, and they're fair, about the talent around him. He objectively did not play good football. There's no debate.
I think when you say objectively, didn't play good football, there are individual throws where you can see.
You say that about any quarterback.
Well, I'm just saying, there's individual throws where you can see the processing, you can see the touch, you can see the timing, you can see the accuracy.
Keep it real. He did not play well. Doesn't mean he's not going to play well. We understand the circumstances. We're going to be hard for anybody to
Hold on. Here's the thing.
If you're going to argue he played well, then there's nobody's ever played poorly in the history of football.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've watched every single film. I've watched every single game 4 times.
Right.
I break down the film after the game.
Yeah.
We go over the film and we talk about what you did good and what you did bad.
Yeah.
So when people say you objectively played bad, it's a black and white situation. What I'm saying is when you're looking at a rookie quarterback, you got to break down the good plays or the bad plays. That's how football works. It isn't just blanket you play good or you play bad. You watch every play.
You've never made that argument for any other player in the history of football. We've never talked about the nuance of playing. Obviously, there's nuance in every conversation.
I make that nuance about every player.
Are you saying he played good last year?
There are sometimes he's played well, and there's sometimes he had things to improve on.
So then no quarterback's ever played poorly in the history of football?
Yes. But here's the thing. When you're talking about it, you have to point out the good as well as the bad in the context of the situation. Here's the thing. I think we've got to the point where in sports talk, we either say it's black or white, good or bad.
I'm all about nuance, G. Bush. But the bottom line is, if we're giving an overall grade, you got to say A or B. You got to say good or bad.
That's the debate they was having over there on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Bull, along with G. Bush and Titus Powell, having their conversation. And I just don't understand what Bull was looking at when it came to Shedeur Sanders' performance on last year. I just don't understand. I understand the interception. I get that. He threw too many interceptions. And once again, you got to look at his circumstances. He played with a third-string offensive line. None of those offensive linemen are on the team as of right now. None of the offensive linemen are on the team right now. The linemen that was out there when Shedeur Sanders was a starting quarterback. And check this out. None of the offensive linemen that started game 1 is on the team right now. Only a couple of offensive linemen they kept was the linemen for Dylan Gabriel when he was out there. But the offensive line switched up again when Shedeur got on the field. It is what it is, and those are no excuses. Those just are the facts. No tight ends. Quinshon Judkins played 2 games with him. He was the best running back that they had. And the wide receivers, they didn't perform well with Shedeur Sanders. He tried to throw the ball to Jerry Judy. He threw him a touchdown pass in the end zone. Somehow, he had the ball. And then it looked like he just gave it to the defensive back for the interception in the end zone. Okay, you didn't like that? He threw the ball to Quinshon Judkins. Coming across the middle, the ball bounced off his shoulder pad. Okay, you didn't like that. He threw the ball to Jerry Judy on the sideline. Jerry Judy caught the ball. He hippity bop bop, hopping around. Somebody came from behind and knocked the ball out of Jerry Judy's hand. What do you want Shedeur Sanders to do? Since you said he didn't play well. Since you said you don't think he's a NFL quarterback. Since you said you're going to grade him a C- or F or incomplete. I don't know how you grade him, Bull, but I'm here to tell you. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have ever had. Yeah, I said it. Sports Talk with B. Watt saying that Shedeur Sanders will turn out to be the best quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have ever had. He going into his second year. You're going to see the jump between his first year to his second year. If you go look at his jump between the first year, the second year at Jackson State and at Colorado, you can see the path and the growth and the maturity of Shedeur Sanders when he plays quarterback. He's coming back this year in his second year with a vengeance. He coming to play. And what I like what Andrew Berry's doing, he putting pieces around him so that he can be successful as a quarterback in the NFL. You heard it all right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. You got to do me a favor. You got to do me a solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. I got a live show tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Come on back over. And I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time tonight. I got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. We looking forward to seeing you in the place. All right? Until then, peace.